Assalamu alaikum. My name is AbdullRehman and I am doing BS Accounting Finance from the University and I am from Islamabad.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdullah Nasir and I belong from Rawalpindi. I completed my metric from Beacon House and I completed my college from Concordia. And right now I'm studying in Delhi University, Islamabad. And talking about my hobbies, I like to do gaming and also I like to do singing as well. So, yeah.
Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Saif, I'm from Pindi. I have done my FSC from Punjab College and I love doing cycling and playing snooker in my free time. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Zaid. I am currently living in Pindi and I'm studying accounting and finance here at Bahria. We're watching a bunch of different series, nothing too exciting.
Sami. I belong from Rawalpindi and I'm doing BS Accounting and Finance from Zaid University, Islamabad. For my current hobbies, I just do enjoy playing football and volleyball in my free time. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Rehab and I am doing my BS Accounting and Finance from Zaid University and then my FSC from Punjab College. And in free time I like to play cricket.
So, if someone would ask me why I would recommend accounting and finance here at Bahria, I'd probably tell them the first beneficial point is obviously that they provide multiple exemptions in ACCA and CA. They provide you with different resources, good internship opportunities, and the faculty is absurdly nice and they help a lot with anything you might need your help in. Other than that, I think a good statistical factor would be that it's rated pretty high in the HSE for studies in accounting and anything related to that.
The first question is about the economic growth, so I will tell you about the past 25-year best government of Pakistan. The best government of Pakistan is Pervez Musharraf, which has the best economic growth rate. So why I consider it best? Because Pakistan achieved strong GDP growth, especially from 2003 to 2007, and average growth remained around 6 to 7%. Foreign investment also increased, and banking, telecom, and construction sector also increased in his tenure. And the rapid economic expansion and increase in the middle class spending. So weakness of this government is growth relied heavily on foreign and after 9/11 especially. And the debt is also increased and the industrial growth was not fully sustainable. Benefit mostly reach urban area also.
So the next question is about controlling inflation. So I think by seeing the stats from the last 25 years, the best government was of PMLN, and that was from 2013 to 2018, and the reason was because of the stable fuel prices and the purchasing power for the people was also good, like the food and like all the stuff were affordable for the people, and the business conditions were also stable, there was many of the foreign there was a foreign trade as well as our exports were also good at that time, but still there were some weaknesses that the State Bank of Pakistan was controlling the money artificially, but still the people of Pakistan were happy with that.
The next question is about the growth in GDP per capita. And the best government PML had the best capita rate from 2013 to 2018. This is because the GDP per capita increased steadily and energy shortage reduced compared to earlier years. Large infrastructure projects improve economic activity. China-Pakistan economic corridor CPEC increased the investment. And the better road, motorway and power project also made this government tenure, and increased business activity also and improve in electricity supply. The government depend heavily on import and loan. This is a weakness of this government because they have taken so many loan and was kept artificially stable for too long because of their loan from IMF.
So talking about reducing the unemployment, so I think that the time of the Musharraf was the best time, and the reason is that he focused on agriculture more, and he wanted to give education to the farmers so they can use the best like things to do farming, and also he focused on like giving education to all the people of Pakistan so it can make people more intellectual, and this caused more things going to jobs, like people were more into studies, and they also wanted to do more jobs so they could get a good stand of life.
Okay, so on the topic of the question of managing the trade deficit, I think the best government in that regards was the PTI government. I think in 2018 to 22. Trade deficit essentially occurs when the imports exceed the exports coming into the country. And Pakistan faced this challenge a while back. The way they tackled this problem was by increasing the tax on the import, so that kind of forced people to work harder locally and produce their own goods. And they started to export more, which allowed us to strengthen our economy further and provided us with good economical status. And for a time being, we were pretty stable.
So the next question is that situation. I believe that PTI inherited a lot of problems and faced COVID-19, due to which rupee value fell, import became expensive, IMF program started, and more our COVID damage. Coming towards the positive side, I believe that welfare program like ESAS was announced, moreover increase in ports and import remittances, and sales card was announced. Thank you.
So talking about the next question, controlling the value of the Pakistani rupee. From the last 25 years, I think PLMN government, the Pakistani rupee remained relatively stable against the US dollar during the much of the PMLN tenure. Why the rupee stayed stable? Because the state-based interventions supported the currency, foreign exchange reserves were improved, and the CPEC investments were increased. And talking about the positive effects, imports become very much cheaper, and the inflation pressure was much reduced, and the prices were much lower. And talking about the weakness of the value of the Pakistani rupee, many economists believe that the rupee was officially overvalued.
So on the topic of which government was the best at managing budget deficits, I think PMLN government takes that cake. In the last 25 years, it performed comparatively better at managing Pakistan's budget deficit. During that time, the government focused on better tax collection, they tried to control government spending, and CPAC also improved the business activity, which helped increase the government revenue. As a result, the budget deficit remained more controlled compared to other governments. It wasn't the best, but it remained better for the economy. However, there were obviously some weaknesses as well. The government was heavily, sorry, my apologies for stuttering. The government heavily relied on loans and other kind of businesses to keep the Pakistani rupee's value running, which later down the line caused a lot of economic problems.
So the next question is about the expanding exports. The best expanding exports were in the Musharraf era, and Pakistan exports grew very much in the early mid 2000s. And the reason for the export growth were the strong textile industry, the performance, and the global economic conditions, better global economic conditions, and industrial production expanded much. Now talking about the positive effects, foreign exchange earnings were increased, and export businesses expanded operations. And now coming to the weaknesses, Pakistan remained too dependent on textile exports. So the main focus of the Musharraf government was in the expanded exports. When you look in the last 25 years, the Musharraf focus more on the expanding sports by comparison to the other governments.
And now the final question about the managing military expenditures. The best government was the Musharraf era, that was from 1999 to 2008. The Musharraf government is often considered better at managing military expenditures during the last 25 years because defense spending remained stable while the economy also grew rapidly. Pakistan received significant foreign aid after 9/11 incident, which reduced pressure on the national budget and helped support military expenses. The telecom sectors alongside maintaining defense strength. However, there were weaknesses as well. Military spending was still very high compared to education and health sectors, and the country became dependent on foreign aid. Critics also believe that the military had too much inflation over politics, too much influence over politics and national decision making during this period.
So the next question is about ITI Human Development Indicator. As I've told you about PTI mostly focused on welfare and healthcare. Major programs were SAS program and Safe card. Moving towards the positive side, free or cheaper healthcare through Safe card, financial support for the poor families, and more focus on welfare and poverty reduction. Thank you.
Okay, so now coming over to the next question of which political party participated the best in giving the best in improving the health facilities in the last 25 years. I think in this term the best political party was PTI as it launched the Sehat Sahulat program expansion that provided millions of families with the health insurance coverage for expensive treatments such as surgeries, cancer care, and dialysis. And the next point that I'd like to share with you guys is about they reduced out-of-pocket medical costs that helped many households access treatment without facing large hospital bills. Thank you.
So while we've gone over a lot of the facts about the different governments, I think in conclusion the best government by far was PMLN. They had their shortcomings, but they majorly did more for the country than most other governments. They stabilized the country, they made us good economically. I think so the most good was done by the PMLN government overall. Sir, the question we're essentially posing to you is, in your terms, in your mind, in the last 25 years, which government do you think did the most for Pakistan?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. I think in the last 25 years?
Yes.
In the last 25 years, I think every government performed very well. They performed very well. In early 2000, there was a major regime of banking sector, like 2000 to 2008. There was a major development. After that, CPAC, there was another major development. So every government they performed very well.
So do you think in your personal opinion, which one do you think performed the best for like the financial sector?
In the financial sector, yes, as I told you earlier, the era of Pervez Musharraf.
Yes.
Basically, the major regime was there of the banking sector. They opened the doors for foreign banks. So the competition was open. That's why nowadays we are looking for so many banks. At that time, there was only, I think, MCB Bank, there was only a National Bank, Bank of Pakistan, there was a long queue to make a check cash. So to make a check cash, it's a very long procedure.
So, sir, essentially in your terms, all governments did good on their
They
part.
did. They did their job very good. All the
Where
governments.
Musharraf did the most for the financial sector.
But in the defense sector, yes, he did good.
That's all. Thank you so much.